Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where we're going to take a small break from the main quest and try to level up again, as it seems as though the main quest has jumped from 31 to 32, not to mention just doing those few quests, it was convenient that one of those quests I had to assassinate somebody who was sleeping, because then I might have been a little bit screwed considering he was a level 34, and was considered red to me. So, the main thing I'm going to try to do is I'm trying to head north to Arcadia, because that's going to be the last place that I need to actually get a viewpoint for. And then I would like to finish off that faux minotaur quest back to the south, because that was actually pretty entertaining. The entire idea that so much of it is obviously staged to the point where you have to question who would believe the gimmick anymore. You see people just kind of lying in supposed pain around this this fighting ring, and they're like, "Oh no! If only I had merely paid the fairly priced fee, I would not be lying here with my organs so badly beaten." So yeah, that I'd like to actually go back and finish. Plus, there are definitely a whole bunch of quests that I passed by on my route here, so we'll see what kind of trouble we get up to. Oh. Maybe we can fight some wolves real quick, Now then, I realize that Arcadia is essentially going to be a few levels above me, and that is the thing that I'm avoiding back in Sparta, but I'm only passing through. It's just a quick run through to grab a specific viewpoint for a specific quest, and then I could actually consider that done as well. Still, it looks quite picturesque in back here behind the mountains. And here's one viewpoint. It's not the viewpoint I'm looking for, but I would imagine eventually I'm going to be tasked to go here, so that'll save me a little bit of traveling time. So far I haven't exactly found the viewpoint I'm looking for, or more than one viewpoint, but I have discovered a couple mercenaries I'm way too weak to fight. I've also found one of the special hunting targets that I was tasked to find like a dozen or so hours ago, so at the very least I know where it is. I am still too weak to fight that bad guy as well. It was this bear that's level 37, I'm only level 31. So it's going to be a little while before I can take any of these challenges on, but I know where they are, and that's the first step to the battle. Knowledge, because knowing is half the battle. It's interesting how there are also various encampments that aren't really part of the map. They're just there. Like this bandit camp has a spot on the map, but that bandit camp does not. What makes this bandit camp more important than the other one? I don't know. What this game is missing is a run hand through wheat button. You know what the entire idea of this kind of thing reminds me of? The idea of doing side missions in order to level up so that I can maintain myself for the main mission. That kind of reminds me of the first few, I guess the first three Saints Row games more than anything else. More so the first two, actually. Because with those games, the first two Saints Row games, you had to complete side activities in order to gain enough respect in order to do the main mission. So it was a constant, like, you either did a whole bunch of side missions right from the beginning, that way you wouldn't have to worry about doing any more side missions, or you were constantly bouncing back and forth between side mission and main mission, which kind of made the side missions a little bit, Ooh, a bear den. But these bears are too tough for me. Which kind of made the side missions a little bit of a pain, because a little bit of an uninvited guest. Because what I really wanted to do was the main mission. But for some reason I had to throw myself in front of cars and steal cars instead of doing... Yeah, it's not very nice of this bear. And throw myself in front of vehicles for insurance money and steal cars, despite the fact that sometimes you'd be walking down the street, and in Saints Row 1, more than anything else. Saints Row 2 wasn't a buggy mess, but Saints Row 1, like, you'd be walking down the street and you'd see traffic coming at you, and the traffic would just disappear. And you'd be like, okay, I needed that car that was right in front of me, and it's gone now. So, like, this game doesn't force you to do side missions in order to attempt the main mission, like Saints Row 1 did, and Saints Row 2 did, but it does set levels for your enemies. So, in a sense, it does make you do side missions. You just... It just isn't as explicit as Saints Row 1 is about it. It's just hidden in the fact that Assassin's Creed Odyssey doesn't really give you enough experience from the main quest to just do the main quest. Like, you have to do the side quests if you expect to carry on with the main quest. It is not going to pump you up by itself. Also, not the viewpoint I'm looking for, but picturesque, and it will be useful in the future. Presumably. Another viewpoint. Unfortunately, still not the right one. Still looks nice, despite the fact that most of it is rocky crag. Ah, this is it.
Let's hope it at least killed all of the Stymphalian birds.
Yeah, this definitely does not seem to be a foe I'd really want to fight. And finally, the viewpoint I've been looking for. The great bird overlooking Stymphalos commemorated Heracles' victory, a brief moment where calm won over chaos. Under its watchful eye, the wicked could never rise against the best of us and win. Alright, now to finally turn in this quest.
Ah, I could hear your footsteps. Welcome back.
You'll be glad to know I've been to the statue of Athena at the Acropolis.
Ah,
Oh yeah, I didn't realize. I've completely forgot that I could have just stopped by and, like,
would you?
put this together piecemeal.
Athens is a city of statues, then Athena is their guardian. She stands high above everything, on guard over the city.
Yes. Not just standing tall to protect Athens, but to serve as a reminder of the suffering those poor people endured during the invasion.
Your turn to tell me something. You said a man tried to kill you.
The man
Oh yeah,
who
he had a
rose to
plot.
kill the tyrant Xerxes was named Darius. He was of a new creed of killers, unlike any Persia had known. He was also the man hired to kill me.
A killer of kings? Hired to kill a simple blind man? Why?
I have your interest, do I? Tell another tale, and I will too.
All right. I saw
To the Acrocorinth.
the
From there, I could see
Acrocorinth.
all of Corinthia.
Ah, I can only wonder at what the worshippers of Aphrodite do to pay her tribute.
They bang.
The Aeteri keep the spirit of Aphrodite alive. Usually well into the night.
Exactly as your goddess deserves. When I was younger, I'd lie awake dreaming of what it would be like to go. Worship, of course.
Now that's
Of course.
You owe me a tale. You said the king killer Darius was hired to kill you too.
He was. By my brother.
Your brother? None of this is making any sense, old man.
I trust you. So I will tell you. My brother and I are the last living sons of King Xerxes.
Impossible. That would make you a king.
I was. My name was Artaxerxes. I guided Persia through a time of peace. But my brother wanted the throne and plotted my death. Now, I hide here, exiled, living the life of a simple beggar. I will tell you more. But first...
Yes, yes. A tale for a tale.
I also saw Mount Taygetos.
Tell me, did you meet the mountain god who devours Spartan children?
That sounds horrible.
The mountain is just a mountain like any other. What makes Taygetos a place of suffering is the people there.
That is true of all the world's worst places.
When I was a child,
I could tell from the moment I met you that you carried the burden of suffering. Let it stay in the past.
now you tell me, King Artaxerxes, how can I believe your story? You don't exactly look like royalty.
Well, that's the point. I am hiding.
Show me proof.
I could. You see, I knew a man named Themistocles.
The Athenian general. I heard stories about him being ostracized from Athens.
Over petty politics. He came to Persia to me, looking for refuge. I was king, but only a boy. He spent his days learning Persian and telling me stories of his home.
And thusly this is where he learned about the different landmarks.
Taygetos.
The places you wished you could see.
I loved the tales and loved Themistocles like a father. He was kinder to me than Xerxes ever was. Tell me one last tale, and I'll tell you where he hid his treasure.
Ah, the inevitable loot at the end of the
If
quest.
you'd like to hear about the bird, I could describe it to you.
Nothing would make me happier.
Imagine a bird.
It's a majestic statue, built from the blades of fallen soldiers. It is so high above Stymphalos and the golden fields below. Up there, I could forget there was a war.
So it is as it was told to me. The bird commemorates Heracles' fight against chaos, built on a place of calm.
Hopefully it stays that way.
brings out the best in the other.
So, I've been to the 5 places Themistocles told you about in his tales.
For that, my soul will be eternally grateful. As for my tale, Themistocles died peacefully in Persia, as one does. I promise him I'd see the places he told me about. His stories will live on in me. And now you.
And what of your story?
I let the people believe Darius succeeded in killing me, so I could escape.
Artaxerxes, there's something else you should know.
Yeah?
And what is that? Hmm. Okay, so I don't want to pick actually forget it, because that sounds kind of boring. So it's either going to be your father killed my grandfather, or I liked your story, but it wasn't true.
My grandfather was Leonidas of Sparta.
That means...
Your father, King Xerxes, killed my grandfather.
Now I will kill you.
Avenge him.
No, I'm not.
Artaxerxes, false king, these mystios led me right to you. Time to finish what I started.
Cassandra, please.
Stand behind me.
Fight me!
Okay. I only killed one enemy with a sword? Huh.
Artaxerxes, are you hurt?
Despite being bound by honor to avenge Leonidas, you saved me.
We cannot live bound by the vengeance of the past.
Must have been another one of your executioners.
It was. If he doesn't return to Persia, my brother will send another, then another. It's time this old man accepts his fate.
You're a brave man, Artaxerxes.
A trait I learned from Themistocles. Now, as for you, I owe you payment.
Well, I did save your life. And I went on an adventure for you, Your Highness.
You did. And in your retelling, I felt like Themistocles was speaking through you. For your reward, go to the tomb in Salamis, where Themistocles hid his treasure. It will be near where he made his triumphant stand against my father's navy.
Alright.
They sure like the Minotaur here.
So I just realized something. This whole Minotaur business is just a whole bunch of bull. I'll stop. No, I won't stop. But hey, here is another viewpoint for me to acquire. Yeah, there we go. You know, considering all of these statues they're building of the Minotaur, either this whole town has become a Minotaur theme park, or they are worshipping said Minotaur. But actually, I'm left-handed. Purchase of Minotaur-themed merchandise is mandatory. Okay, it is a theme park.
It's been hours. Where are they? Why'd I have to get Malaka's boys? Boys! Boys, come home! Mikon! What trouble have they gotten into now? Their mother's going to feed me to that damned Minotaur.
This must be the pre-trial of accuracy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
This is the
yes.
trial of accurately finding my Malaka's sons.
Your sons? This doesn't seem right.
Have you tried raising sons? It's perhaps the greatest trial of all. Only by
That's
conducting a well-famous and totally legitimate pre-trial of accurately finding my sons can you proceed and face the Minotaur.
So,
sure, I guess
safe.
I'll believe you for now.
Your trial token?
You'll get my token and my eternal gratitude.
I'll find
All right.
Pull them out of whatever trouble they've stumbled into.
They usually hide in the fields behind me. May I suggest you prepare yourself mentally and physically. This will be your greatest trial yet, brave warrior.
Finding your children will be my
If you need
greatest.
to find your
God.
sons, I'll need to know more about them.
They're little shits. Wonderful, beautiful, but shits all the same. They won't listen to me, but perhaps they'll listen to you.
This guy doesn't even have a name. He's just the
You said your sons
pre-trial.
are likely in the field, but I'll need more to go on.
They climb on everything.
The pre-trial master of accuracy.
Crops, oh the crops. They're exactly as tall as my sons, creating the perfect place for them to hide. They never listen when I call for them.
They'll listen to me.
Alright, I guess I'll go find her kids. I was expecting some sort of marksman trial, but...
And hurry, there's only so long my wife will believe they're off praying at the temple.
Alright. So they are off in this field, I guess? And they're in the Minotaur Hills in western Pefka. They're playing in Lato within the eastern Minot. So they're both in the western end. But luckily, I have a bird that can sniff them out.
I see him. Found him.
Actually, I guess that makes it really easy because, hey, I've got a bird that can sniff them out.
Go home to your father and do as he says, or I'll tell the Minotaur where you live.
But I hate you, Mistios.
You suck, Mystios. Alright, let's see.
Help me! I'm trapped up here.
Alright. Who am I fighting? I figured I guess I would have to fight somebody. Oh. I guess I'm fighting a whole bunch of boars. Not quite a minotaur, but hey. Damn you. Sheesh. There we go.
You're safe. Go home. And listen to your pater when he calls for you.
Yes, miss. Sorry, miss.
I still need
I'm
to find
sorry.
the master's other sons.
I'll try to behave from now on.
No way now. Not even in here.
I know you're in there. How do I get in there? Can I start it on fire and smoke him out? Good enough.
Everything you brought was really expensive. So my pater will probably kill you.
I'm sure. Home. Now. And that's the last of the sons.
Alright, so the trial of accuracy... So the trial of endurance, which I did before actually having to show up, that was actually having to endure, I guess, the swimming. The trial of accuracy does not exist. It has become the trial of accurately finding his children.
My sons, you brought them home.
You were right.
I am pretty awesome.
Little shits.
I can't believe they listened to you. Consider the trial of accurately finding my sons complete.
Of all my victories, this is the one I'll be most remembered for. I need all of the trial tokens.
Alright, now let's go do the trial of strength, which actually looks like you're supposed to fight a dude. Assuming that, I'm guessing I'm going to be offered the choice of fighting him versus, just purchasing the trial token from him, but I'm gonna try fighting him, because why not? Alright, what does he have to say for himself?
You're a poorly muscled challenger. You are here to have your feeble frame crushed in my pre-trial of strength, yes?
My feeble frame might be harder to crush than you think.
So brave, pretending you have a chance against a warrior as strong and handsome as me. We may fight for my token, yes, but maybe you would prefer to remain uncrushed and buy my token instead, yes?
Let's fight.
We fight.
Are you sure you would not prefer to spend your shiny drachmi?
We fight.
Then let the crushing begin. You should have bought my token, yes? Very good price. Now you must pay a new price. Death! I will use your bones to pick your other bones from my teeth.
A lot of talk.
This isn't what winning feels like.
Imagine that. Yeah, I'm guessing he spends most of his time fighting, tourists. And he's defeated.
What am I feeling?
What is this? Is this what it feels like to lose?
This is defeat. Winning is better. Yes.
I agree.
The token of strength is yours. Have a wonderful day and please don't hit me again.
That's all 3 tokens. Better meet Leandros at the Warrior's Rest.
Alright. The Minotaur is a cash cow, of course. Now, I guess here's the question. What are they using to create the fake Minotaur? Like, has he hired bandits to kill off adventurers? Like, there has to be somebody there, something there to fight. Like, and there also has to be some way for him to supply the dead bodies in the cave. In the Cave of the Brave, I believe, is, where it's at. So, I don't know what the finale of this quest line is going to be. Is he the Minotaur? Or should I say the fake Minotaur? Or is there just a giant warthog or something? I don't know. Let's find out. Check, check, check.
I have your Malakis tokens. No more games, no more schemes to rob me of my drachmi. It's time to slay a Minotaur!
Yeah!
No problem. But first, perhaps you'd like to buy back your exquisite, finely crafted trial tokens? This offer will expire in,
No.
They, make for fantastic gifts.
No.
Not another drachmi.
Oh, but, Sylvion, surely you want something to help you remember the Befka pre-trials?
No.
Then all that's left is facing our star attraction himself, the Minotaur! Are you ready to meet your doom?
Yes, I am ready to meet my doom.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, good. Great. I want you to fight the Minotaur. You'll find the beast in the depths of the Cave of the Brave, on the Vithki Plateau. 2 other warriors have just completed their pre-trials. You can speak to them for more information. They'll join you when you're ready to, you know, die horrifically.
Oh yeah, because I heard somebody mention that you only go as a group of 3.
No. I have a very important pottery lesson to attend. So,
I get the impression that he's in the suit. That he's going to be in the Minotaur suit. Alright, let's see. Here's the thing. I've already been to that location. But let's see what you got to say for yourself.
And you must be the warriors.
Look, brother! The final member of our Minotaur hunting party has arrived! When the beast sees our assembled might, he will moo miserably in fear. Do Minotaurs moo, or...
If it's all right with both of you, I'd like to strike the killing blow. Or can we at least say I struck the killing blow? I'm willing to haggle down to play the key role in distracting the Minotaur while allowing the killing blow to be struck.
The killing
Any
blow
one of
goes to
us.
the warrior with the greatest skill and courage in battle.
Then I shall wear the Minotaur's entrails as my necklace.
Go ahead. I'm not going to stop you on that end. Let's go.
Slay a minotaur.
Leandro says it lives in the Cave of the Brave, on the Vithki Plateau. I say, let the Mino tournament begin!
Okay, he definitely bought all the merchandise.
How are they all still alive?
Perhaps the diet of Befkans disagrees with me.
Good thinking, brother. Let us dip our blades in rich oils and onions to gain an edge in combat.
No thank you. Oh my, these mercenaries are even slow on horseback.
The home of the Minotaur. Isn't he supposed to live in the labyrinth? That's a myth.
Isn't the Minotaur a myth?
He's the half-human bastard son of King Minos' wife.
Oh, I can loot while on horseback. I did not know that.
Here the Minotaur was slain by the sailors.
Impossible. If the sailors killed the Minotaur, how can it be here? Is that here? No glory here. Only death.
Oh gosh. This just feels lame. Alright, there goes one mercenary. You know, I was assuming they would die horribly in there, but yeah, I'm guessing it's just
I am the Minotaur.
no, you're not.
Drop all your valuables and flee in terror.
Oh gosh, this is embarrassing.
Shall be spared. Otherwise, death by hoof awaits you. Fear my move. Fear it?
Malaka. I'm going to start stabbing until someone tells me what's going on.
Ah, ambushers, eh? Well, there goes one. So, there is a guy dressed up as a minotaur, and there are bandits. So, I guess I made two separate theories, but I did not expect both theories to be correct. Alright, so he's dead. Alright, now to get some answers out of these.
I said grrr. Oh,
I can see your face in the Minotaur mask. Just take it off.
There's no need for more blood. Just keep your horns away from me and tell me what's going on here. You can take off that mask. Leandros?
I told you nothing is what it seems in Pevka. I'm happy to refund any expenses incurred. Please, it's my daughter, Amara. Masked men are holding her captive deep in the canyons of Titi Plateau.
Masked men? What kind of masks?
White like marble.
Ah, cultists.
Horrific!
The cult.
They control everything in Pevka. Lured champions from all over with the promise of Minotaur slaying glory, only to swindle and ambush them down here in the dark. Honorless. If I don't do as they say, Amara dies. If I take off my mask, or tell my wife, or ask for help, she dies.
Tell me about your daughter.
Amara. The sound of her laughter is sunlight on my skin. She is joy, Mistios. One night, the masked men took that joy from me. They needed my silver tongue to lure wealthy warriors to their trials. In Amara, they found all they needed to control me.
You said
Where exactly is she?
masked men. Have your daughter in the canyons of Victi Plateau? There are a lot of canyons.
But only one holds Amara. There is a place called Zakros, an ancient ruin, and the bastion of the masked men's power. I go there every night, hoping to catch a glimpse of her, but I never have. I fear they keep her underground, where she'll never see the sun.
I asked them to bring her vitamin D, or at least Sunny Delight.
How many men have you sent to their deaths with a speech and a smile?
Thousands. More. But their lives will never outweigh
Wow.
Amara. She's all I have. But now I have you, don't I? You. You can free her from those Malakas masked men.
Oh my god.
Whose face would Amara wish to see rescue her? Mine? Or her father's? Be brave, Leandros.
Bravery, yes. You're right, Mistios. No matter what, I must be there for my Amara. Please, will you join me?
We will save your daughter. Together.
Thank you, Mistios. Meet me outside the ruins.
Do you really have to put the dumb
That's where my daughter
mask
is,
back
and where
on?
I must be. These masked men, they're organized and unafraid. Their greatest weapon is no blade, it's our greed. Every merchant, every man and his slave earn enough drachmi out of this charade to make Midas blush. The myth of the Minotaur makes us all rich, and we turn a blind eye to the cost. Gah! Why is this suit chafing? I used a whole bottle of olive oil.
Ugh.
To breathe in a costume this magnificent.
That's more than I wanted to know.
This man doesn't breathe at all. You are the Minotaur. You are the Minotaur. You are the Minotaur. You are the Minotaur. No, the last one was better. I'm coming, Amara. Don't be afraid. And don't you be afraid, Leandros. She needs you.
Like, how many lines of dialogue do they really need for this guy? As long as he doesn't start talking about rubbing olive oil all over himself, I think we're okay. Though, I kind of wonder where he's taking me. Like, are we heading towards this nearby fort that I already completed out?
It's me, Leandros. The friendly minotaur in the bushes. Don't be afraid. It's not the real minotaur. It's only me, Leandros.
I know, I followed you here.
I was sure I'd fight alone.
I'll stand with you, Leandros. No matter what happens today, Amara will be proud of her father. I see you're still a minotaur.
I've faced many of the Greek world's deadliest warriors in this mask. Granted, I was just there to distract those warriors with my roars and threatening gestures, so they could be ambushed and stabbed from behind. But wearing it makes me feel brave.
You look ridiculous.
One thing in the world Alcibiades wouldn't take to bed. Can you even see out of that thing?
Mock all you want. When those Malakas and Zakros see this beast charging towards them, they will know fear! They must be keeping her underground. With hooves and heroics, we shall save her. But Zakros is well defended. How should we proceed?
Let's charge. Like, I already defeated Zakros. Like, it should be empty. In theory. Let's find out. Ah.
They won't ask any questions. Let's keep out of sight.
Alright. I wonder if I have to keep him alive. Oh well. I seem to be doing well enough. Okay, so there are a whole bunch of bad guys. But they're not terribly dangerous. There we go. Ah. And now we've got a named bad guy. There we go. Alright. And because they are all bandits, I presume, is why nobody cares, why it is not murder to kill any of them. Still, fairly easy fight. I'm sure a stealth approach would have been cleaner, but this approach worked well enough and was faster. Alright, now where the hell did Minotaur go? Okay. Where did the Minotaur go? But it appears that there's an underground cave in this direction? That was pretty awesome. And very trustworthy that what you're landing in is going to be water.
I've been quiet. I haven't cried. Find Leandros.
Take cover. I'll find you when I know it's safe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Alright. A bit odd that I went through here before and these quest characters weren't there, even though they technically probably should have been. But
I owe you my life.
also, did they recapture new people? Because this area is still showing up as being completed. Also, that place has a very, had no cultists in it. So I'm guessing whatever cultists he was referring to are not there anymore.
You saved me.
Well,
Is that the Minotaur?
That really is the minute.
show her.
Father? You're the Minotaur?
Maybe don't tell your mother.
I waited and waited and... You weren't going to leave me here, were you? You were just working on your plan to save me, right, Pater?
Of course. I was always coming for you. I just needed to find something first.
The people
I needed to find my sword, which was underneath the bed all this time. Who would have thought?
Sleep. Their leader spoke of a meeting place in Kidonia.
Oh, okay.
All the masked men's whisperings. Hopefully something in here will be useful to you.
My friend, we're heading to my wife. She keeps a vigil for Amara at the Warrior's Rest. Come with us. See the gift you gave. Our family, together.
after you.
Alright, I suppose. Now, do I actually have to follow them, or is it going to go straight there? That would be very convenient if it just went straight there. I'm considering the loading screen. I'm guessing it is going for convenience this time.
Amara, you're alive! Mater! My family. You did this?
I am pretty awesome. I alone saved Amara.
Thank Leandros. When the time came for action, he charged. Despite being outskilled and out-costumed, he fought courageously. Your husband is no coward.
Perhaps there are some heroes here.
No one's ever won the prize of Befka. Everyone who's died facing the Minotaur has had their drachmi go in the vault, growing year by year. And now, a tiny but well-earned portion of it is yours.
Thank you for a tiny
A
portion.
tiny portion?
Of course. Less taxes, reasonable operational expenses, and I'll make sure all of it reaches your boat, Mistios. You've earned it. Oh, and... this is for you. A coward doesn't deserve to be the Minotaur. You do.
Do I get a Minotaur helmet
Befka is no longer safe.
so I can be the Minotaur?
Bring repercussions from people who are not known to be forgiving. But we're alive, and whatever future we have it only because of you.
Be safe.
Nice lingering camera shot on the Minotaur statue.
Mistios! You hired the Mistios to help you smuggle deserters? Kill them both!
Hello. How are you doing today, sir? I am not worried about you. Huh. What was that
What was
whole
that all
deal about?
Suspects me of smuggling deserters from the warfront.
Are you smuggling deserters from the
I
warfront?
knew I was doing it. Malaka's guards. They hit like bricks. Did you see a man on your way here? A skinny sort of idiot, wearing army colors.
No, I haven't.
No, I didn't see anyone on my way here.
He's supposed to be here by now. He must have run in the opposite direction, worrying that the guards would search Kidonia. That idiot. I told him to just listen to me.
You must be close to him to risk your life to help. Or he was paying you a lot.
I did it for the girl.
Girl? What girl? His wife? There's always a girl, isn't there?
Look,
Always.
she got drafted into the war. She wouldn't stop crying. And my specialty is making people disappear. In a different way than you do. So
Yeah, the people
I
he makes
decided to get back
disappear
to
are still alive.
You just want her for yourself.
That's not it. I mean, I have thought about it, but look, I just want to see her smile. All right?
I'm sure you do.
We need to get to Isabel. I mean, the wife. If the guards come after me, she'll be in danger too. Please go to her. I'll catch up when I can take her to safety.
I'll make
Alright, I'll find time. Not today.
Follow the road to Kidonia. Her house will be on the left. Look for the green cloth on the doorpost. Quickly. I'll catch up as soon as I can.
Quiere.
Like, right now, I'm heading over to kill a cultist. So, this is gonna have to wait until later. So, yeah. So, I suppose that's my new excuse for spending every moment running instead of being on a horse. Because it's easier to loot the animals you kill. Or to kill them, too. Rather than being on horseback. That's all I got. What is... Oh, okay, that's, So Icarus, still wants to be the good bird, still wants to send me on the proper path. But, like I said, not now, maybe later. For now, let us kill this guy. Melite? Who is... Oh, he's busy just lying down. So that means if I can get inside... Nope.
Huh? I've been searching for your bloodline, and you come straight to me.
Good enough? Good enough. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.